I hadn't seen my brother in 7 years. 7! And now he was standing on our doorstep in a $4,000 suit. My father started crying. I wanted to slam the door in his face. Before we get into this story, if you're new here, hit that like button and subscribe. These stories take hours to research and write, and your support means everything. Drop a comment and let me know if you've ever dealt with someone like this in your family. All right, let's get back to it. Let me take you back. 7 years ago, my brother Daniel made a choice. He walked into our family living room, the same room where we celebrated every birthday, every holiday, and he said 5 words: "I'm done with this life." My dad owned a small construction company. Nothing fancy, but it was ours. Daniel was supposed to take over one day. We all were. Instead, he demanded his inheritance early. Not asked, demanded. He wanted his cut, his freedom, his real life, as he put it. My mother begged him to stay. He didn't even look back. 3 months later, we found out why he really left. A startup in San Francisco. He'd taken $240,000, his entire share of the family business, and invested it in some tech company his college buddy was running. He said it was going to change everything. Guess what? It didn't. Within 2 years, the company tanked. Daniel lost everything, and we heard nothing. No call, no apology, no "I messed up." Just silence. And my dad? He never stopped waiting. So yeah, 7 years later, there he was, soaking wet, hollow eyes, but still wearing that suit. My dad threw his arms around him. I stood there frozen. My wife whispered, "You don't have to do this." But my dad was already inside, laughing, crying, asking Daniel 1,000 questions. And Daniel? He just smiled, weak, tired. "I'm sorry, Dad. I lost everything. I didn't know where else to go." That night, my father threw a dinner. Not just any dinner. He went all out. Steaks, wine, the good china we only used on Christmas. He even invited the neighbors. "My son is home," he kept saying, like Daniel was some war hero. I couldn't eat. I sat there watching my dad laugh harder than he had in years. And I realized something. He never threw a party for me. Not once. I was the one who stayed, who worked 60-hour weeks to keep the business alive when Daniel bailed, who sat with Dad after Mom passed when the grief nearly killed him. And now, Daniel shows up in designer clothes, broken and empty-handed, and gets a parade? I pulled my dad aside. "Why?" I asked. He looked confused. "Why what? Why is he the hero? I've been here, Dad, every single day, and you never once looked at me the way you're looking at him right now." My dad's face fell. "Son," he quietly said, "you've always been here, and I've always been grateful. But your brother? He was lost, and now he's found." I shook my head. "No, he's not lost. He's broke. There's a difference." That's when Daniel walked in. He'd heard everything, and for the first time in 7 years, he looked me in the eye.
"You're right," he said. "I wasn't expecting that. I didn't come back because I missed you. I came back because I had nowhere else to go. I spent 7 years chasing something that didn't exist. I burned every bridge. I ignored every call. And yeah, when I lost it all, I thought about you. Not because I loved you, because I needed you." He sat down. His hands were shaking. "I don't deserve this. I know that. But Dad's the only person left who'd even open the door." I wanted to hate him, but all I felt was tired. Here's the thing about forgiveness. It's not about fairness. And that's what made me so angry. Because deep down, I wanted my father to choose me, to see me, to throw me a party just once. But he didn't need to, because I was already home. I never left. And maybe that was the point. 2 days later, I found a letter on my desk from my dad. It said, "I know you feel unseen, but you are the foundation of everything I've built. Daniel was the dream I had to let go of. You are the son I get to keep. Never doubt that." I read it 3 times, and I cried. Not because it fixed everything, but because it was the first time I realized I didn't need a party. I needed to be told I mattered. Daniel stayed for 3 weeks. Then he left again. Not to chase money, not to run, but to figure out who he was without it. And you know what? I let him go, because I finally understood what my father knew all along. Love isn't about keeping score. It's about keeping the door open, even when it hurts. I still don't throw parties, but I don't need them anymore, because I know where I belong. If this story hit you in any way, do me a favor, smash that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I've got more stories like this coming your way. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt overlooked in your own family? I read every single one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.